Good morning and welcome to our first video in the class. Welcome to the Brussels home. We just had breakfast, a French toast, as you imagine. It was amazing. And now I have an important question to answer. After breakfast, what am I going to do with the rest of my day? God has given us 24 hours each day to do with as we please. At the same time, God in His Word has given us two goals that we are supposed to accomplish with every moment of our day, every moment of the time that God gives us on this earth. The first thing that we are called to do is to glorify God. We talked about in class earlier on this school year that to glorify God means to make God look good. So goal number one in my day is to make God look good. The second thing that I'm called to do is to love others. And we might translate that into doing good to others. So I need to make God look good, and I need to do good to others. Now, the next question, of course, is, well, how do I do that? Practically, how do I make God look good and do good to others? The writer of Ecclesiastes gives us a hint, points us in the right direction, as he shows us what our attitude should be as we go throughout our day. He says in Ecclesiastes 9 verse 10, it says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. So whatever God has called us to do, and we know what that is, right? Doing good to others, making God look good. We're called to do that with all of our might. Now, the way that we will do that is by being productive, by living productive lives. God calls us to do that, to make the most of the time that we have. Author Tim Challies, he defines productivity the following. Let me read it. He says, productivity is effectively stewarding your time, your gifts, and your energy for the good of others and the glory of God. It is effectively stewarding our time, gifts, and energies for the good of others and the glory of God. Now, we don't want to pursue productivity in the way that the world does. Instead, we want to pursue it in the way that God asks us to. And there's two big differences. The first difference is that our goals are different. So we want to pursue productivity because that's the best way to make God look good and to do good for others. But there's another way that is different than the world around us. God is a God of order and a God of structure. In the first pages of the Bible, we see that God created order in the chaos. So the world was dark. He created light and darkness to make the rhythm of day. The world was filled with water, and He made a space for the water to go, which is the oceans, and a place for us to live. There is the land. And so God is a God of order and a God of structure. So as we pursue productivity, we want to mirror that same structure and order in the way that we organize our lives. Now, how are we, as a middle school Bible class, going to do that? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a weekly schedule. And I want you to follow these 3 steps as you create your weekly schedule. The first thing I want you to do is to find all of the class announcements. They should be formatted in a similar way, and they should have the activities, the assignments, and the assessments listed there. So you want to have all of those in front of you. Maybe even print them out, write them down, open them all up. And then I want you to ask your family, as a second step, ask your family, what are some regular things that you should be putting on your schedule? Think of a mealtime, very important, maybe a bedtime, maybe a time that you as a family are going to be doing something. So you have all of the events, including schoolwork and family things that are going to be happening in your week. And then the third step, you can start filling your weekly schedule out. And what I want to encourage you to do is to come up with a daily rhythm and allow that to define your weekly schedule. So for example, you might first have Bible, and then you might do an hour of math, and then an hour of English. Then you might have lunch with your family, and then you would go do science, and then perhaps a special. And you can do that rhythm every single day. And I think that you will find that you are more purposeful, able to get more done, and that your grades will improve if you're able to stick to this schedule. So the first task on today's assignments is to create that weekly schedule, and then you'll snap a picture and upload it like we always do. So first thing is to make your own weekly schedule. And then the second thing what I want you to do is to click the link that is underneath this assignment and sign up to have just a quick one-to-one with me. I want to hear how you are doing. I want to know how I can be praying for you, and I want to answer any questions that you might have about this this class. So 2 simple steps as we leave from this video. 1, you'll want to create your own weekly schedule. And then number 2, you'll want to go ahead and schedule that meeting with me. So if you have any questions, you can comment below. You can shoot me a email. I'm here to help you, and excited what this week will hold for us as we, in a productive way, seek to pursue what God has for us.